Hey guys, just back with another C# tutorial. I'm using, I've switched over to Writer. I believe I mentioned that last time. So we'll be working on PictureBox controls today. So a PictureBox control displays a graphic image on a form. So basically it's like an image view if you've ever used, if you've ever designed Android apps. So a PictureBox controls have properties for controlling the way the image is displayed. So a PictureBox control can have a click event handler as well that responds to a click of the picture. I'm not sure why you'd want to click a picture, but you may have a reason. There's other event handlers we'll work on later on. So you can use a PictureBox to display an image. So I have an image, just a picture image to display. It's not resized properly, so it's just like a scenic picture, you'll probably just see the sky or something. So we'll just, what we'll do is we will basically just load it up into the form. So it just has to be a, either bitmap, comma GIF, comma JPEG, comma metafile, or icon graphics format. Or icon graphic format. So it has to just be one of those. So you can also have like a GIF, I guess, one of those moving pictures that just like are a few seconds. So you can make one or whatever. So all you have to do is you just click on the in Writer. What I had to do actually to load it in is I had to click Manage Components. I'm not sure if you can see this box, I don't think so, but a box is going to pop up. So once the box pops up, you just have to click System.Windows Forms. And you get a bunch of checkboxes. So look for PictureBox. There's a bunch of ones that aren't in here already. Probably most of them aren't. You have to look for P, find P, select it, then hit apply. Then when you click on System.Windows Forms on the right side, you should be able to see this PictureBox should appear. So there it is. So we're just going to double click it, then click the form. Remember to click the form after because I don't think it pops up. So this is a PictureBox. Hopefully you can see it. I forgot to change the colors, but so it's in dark mode again. Dark mode or night mode? I think they call it night mode. Or maybe it's high contrast. I think I'm in high contrast, but there's also night mode and a dark theme. So I'm in high contrast. So hopefully you can see that, the bounding box. So we'll actually just make this, maybe we'll just make it quite big actually. So let's say most of the window, whatever you want. So the bounding box has appeared. It's pretty much whatever, 75% of the window size, maybe more. So we will basically put an image inside that. So PictureBox 1 is the default name. If you add another one, again, you'll get PictureBox 2 as the name of the control. Where's the name here? So I'm just looking at the properties. Let's see what we have. Let's see. Where's name? I always lose the it always changes the ordering of it. Could be in another tab here. I just need the name. Oh. That's not it. No, that's not properties. Okay, so we want No. Was it this one? Accessibility. No. The problem is it's different than Visual Studio, so they have it arranged differently. You can, I believe you can set it up the way you want as well. Okay, that's not very helpful here. Sorry about that, just trying to locate name. M, then it just skips, okay. I've seen it last time it was at the top. So one of those missing. Appearance, no. Action. Name, no, that's mouse, okay. Great. It's not helpful at all because we will need to access some of those properties here. Where did that go? Name, here we go. Okay, so this is it's in the middle. I don't know what that is called, that tab. So there's two tabs here that are the same. So it's in the, did I just see it? We just saw it, didn't we? Yeah, it's right here. Okay, so it's at the top in that middle box, or the middle tab button. Properties, alphabetical, categorize, so it's all mixed up. So just play around with it. As you can see, we're missing most of the, we have to, I'll have to resize this to get more of the names here. Drag that, okay, there we go, that works better. Okay, so there you go. We have our property set up. Sorry for the delay. So we have the name here, PictureBox 1, as you can see. That's all you really need to look at right now. So then we have, moving on to adding the picture. So we have the bounding box came up. We have sizing handles. As you can see, we resized the PictureBox control. So then we have the name default PictureBox 1. You can change the name to something more meaningful. So we use the PictureBox's image property to specify an image that it will display. So basically, all we have to do is click the image property. Just get it up, just select it. Like that. Make sure the bounding box appears in the image property. Right here, I believe. We're going to click those, we're going to click the ellipsis button, the 3 dots, the horizontal 3 dots. Make sure you have a picture on your computer you can use. Any picture should work. So you're going to have to probably resize it if you really want it to fit in the, you're going to have to get the right pixel size, I think, if you want the picture actually to be the exact size of the PictureBox control. In this case, it's not resized, it's not scaled, it's just part of the picture. So basically we just click the ellipsis button and then we'll click import. Box will pop up. I'm just going to select a picture, any picture here. So I have part of the picture. For now that's fine, so we'll hit OK. So this is just a telephone wire and part of the sky. I could try to show you guys more of the picture here. So it should automatically resize. There's the, I know it's not the greatest picture here, but because you can't see it, because it's quite a big picture. That there's the, if you're wondering what it is, that's the Pacific Ocean beside British Columbia. So that's on the west side of the southwest side, basically near Washington, but it's above, kind of a little bit higher. A couple hours from the Washington border, it's the west coast of British Columbia. So it's this is just south of Vancouver, so about a 10-minute drive from Vancouver basically, but it's pretty much Vancouver, and there's just some grass. You can't see the mountains there. Alright, so just moving on. Sorry for the, could actually try to show you guys a better picture, but we could get this scaled somehow later on. We'll just go with that for now. So we have, we'll just move on here. So click the ellipsis button, select resource. Okay, so we got that. Import your picture. So you'll see, so basically, yeah, select the image file. You'll see the contents displayed in the select resource window. This is stuff I did it pretty quickly. So we just click that tab button thing there. Or you can do it that way. You can click that thing, I think. Auto size. Let's go with that. No. There's different size modes here. I was hoping for something. There we go. Some way of resizing the image. Okay, so there I think is that most of the image? Anyways, that's a bigger, so those are the mountains there. And it's just the ocean just goes up to the mountains pretty much. So that's Vancouver. The mountains are actually North Vancouver. There's Vancouver right there. If you can see the mouse, it's right there. So this is just, there's like coyotes in there and then that grass and stuff. Alright, so you can resize it basically. Just click these options here. Size mode, so we went with stretch image, normal. That didn't work. Auto size didn't scale it properly. Center image worked. Zoom. Okay, so I think there's the whole picture. So go with center image. It's not bad. It's the last telephone wire before the water there. It's kind of looks like it's about to fall. You get some real crazy lightning and thunder out there. This is where near I live. We're like pretty much 5 minutes away by walking. But you'll see some crazy lightning out there, like scary lightning over the water there. Alright, so once you got that all set up, you can choose the size mode property. So size mode here is at the, that's what we just did. You can do it from the button here. Choose image, size mode. You can do it from that tab on the right, or you can go into the properties. Same tab with the name. Center image. So here we go. Besides size mode, you can set the different properties. So the code's pretty much has an event handler for a click event right now. We'll get into that in a sec. I know we're mostly just dragging and dropping, but just kind of get used to that because a lot of studios have that. Like you'll see that in Xcode, and you'll see that in Android Studio. You'll see that probably in a lot of things. So try to get used to the drag and drop too. It's helpful. So now we'll continue on. So the image was displayed, we resized it. We have the different size mode properties. Those are normal, stretch image, auto size, center image, and zoom. We go with center image. So creating clickable images, buttons aren't the only controls that can respond to click events. PictureBox controls can too. So this means an application can display an image and perform some action when the user clicks the image. So to make an image clickable, you just have to create the click event handler, same as every other control. Well, not every, but for most of them. For most of the controls, you just have to create a click event handler, So all you have to do is just double click the picture box. This is one way, so you double click the picture box control in the designer. Okay, I feel like we have 2 of them now. Let's just delete these. Do that again, so I'll click the designer tab on the bottom left, double click. There we go, so we got our, we'll type this out in a sec. So actually let's just do that now. So we have, let's just type it out. Well, we can type it out in comments just to get some practice. So again, we have private void. We're just going to reference our PictureBox1 underscore click underscore 1. And we're gonna pass it in a parameter object sender and event args-e. Open some square brackets, and then we don't need the exception, we'll talk about that later on. So that's pretty much it actually. So what we're going to do is we're going to create something in our event handler to do, so this is when the image is clicked. So when the image is clicked, we want to do something, so we'll just hold off on that for a sec. So in the code editor, we'll write some code here. So what we can do is we can do something in the event handler. So we can do something in the event handler. Sorry if I was too quiet. So we can basically we can just say we can have a message box. Okay, let's have a message box. So let's just call the message box. So I think we talked about this before. So it's I believe it's just a dialog box. So let's say you're like on installing something, or you're installing some kind of desktop application. So because C# for desktop applications, stuff you use on the computer, not like they may be connected to the internet, but it's something that's basically installed to your desktop or in your programs on the PC. So it's like a PC program basically, right? So basically on a Windows PC, let's say this is a Windows PC app. So it could be anything, could be a game, or it could be could just be like some kind of music or video player, some kind of word processing software, or some kind of weather app or whatever. Anything basically. It could be just whatever you want. It could be a Twitter app that's installed to your desktop. When you click it, it runs with the internet, but it runs basically solely on the desktop. It doesn't need a browser to run, if you know what I mean. It has its own window. In this case, it has its own form. It's shown in its own window. So basically here we can have, so we can say message box. We can call message box. So message box, then we say .show. And then we can say that we want to just say that we click the window, or when you click the image, we're just going to say the sky, something, whatever the sky. Excuse me, so we have that all set up. I'll have to save that. I'm not sure if Control and S works. Control Shift and S pops up something else. So you may just have to file save it, then just run it. I'll have to probably include the extra window at the end of the PictureBox control with the click. Hopefully you guys will be able to see it. If not, just follow along in your own IDE if you can. Alright, I think you might have to actually run it from the designer window. Not sure if it'll work in the code window, but I'll try it. It says executing build. So let's just give that a sec to load. Apologize about that. Alright, so we have the window pop up. So you can keep clicking it. Hopefully I'll be able to show this to you guys. I'll have to do it at the end because I don't have a screen recording software. I just have a Windows recorder. So basically a window's going to pop up that's going to look exactly like what we have in the designer window. Every time I click the sky, or not the sky, but if I click you could have set it up using the pixels and stuff, the coordinates, to say if you click the grass, a box will pop up, you click the grass. If you click the sky, a box will pop up, you click the sky. If you click the mountains, it'll say you click the mountains, whatever, the telephone pole, the boat. There was a boat out there somewhere. Okay, so yeah, so basically what happens is, in this case, what happened is that when I click the picture, a little box pops up, almost like one of those pop-up boxes that you see on the net. That's like a virus, pretty much. When you go to watch like free movies or whatever, free TV shows on those websites, there are always viruses on them. I'm not sure why. But you have to, either ads or viruses. But when you run the software, or when you run the video, when you click play, a button pops up, right? It's like a little dialog box. This is what this is. This is exactly the same thing. It's like you click the sky as soon as you click it, anywhere on the picture. So I'll try to include that at the end. I'll have to stop this recording and start a new one while this box is open that you can't see. So basically that's exactly how those things are made. Similar to those viruses, this is where it starts out. In this code right here. So anyways, viruses and pop-ups. So that was pretty easy, right? So we got a dialog box to pop up by clicking the picture. That's pretty cool. So a dialog box does come in handy. You might need it a lot of times. So we have another example here. I'm not sure if we should maybe just skip it and move on to the next tutorial. So let me just check this out. So we have a little bit more. Well, we've already gone over labels, and yeah, so we've already gone over labels. So it incorporates 3 picture boxes and a label, or 2 labels. So when you click the picture box, it references a label and sets the text to the label. I mean, we could do that. We could always come back later and do that. We've done that in the previous tutorials already. So it may be a better idea just to... We can have a look at the code, we can just talk about it quickly. So what's really happening, I know you guys can see it. We can maybe just use this and do something with that. Alright, so basically we have this picture here. We could have a label. Alright, so let's just do something here quickly. So let's just take let's check out the toolbox here, systems.windows.forms. So we just need a label here. I'll double click one. It'll pop up there. I'll just size it up a little bit here. So I will just try to make that bigger. Okay, so we have one here at the top. That's fine. Then I'll click that again. Double click the label, pop up there. I'll drag it down to the drag it down to the bottom. Now we got two labels, not perfectly sized. So we have label 1 and label 2. What happened here? Okay. Label 1, label 2, and PictureBox and our form in the back. So what we can do is we can have our basically we can change the name to so let's select label 1 and then we'll find the name. Let me just resize that here. So we have, okay, so we have our name. Let's name it something else. So let's go with so label label str. Label str. Let's just go with label. Let's just go with label str1. That's fine. So label str1. And then this one will. So let's just continue with label str1 for a sec. So we have. We'll change the text here. So we'll just go with text. We'll say click the picture, click the pic for a message. Hit enter. Then we'll go with font. We'll go with the font property. I'll click the ellipsis button. We'll get a box. I think you can't see it actually. It's just an extra. It's a dialog box, or it's a window. There's font style, and size. I'll click font, so we'll go with like 22 or something. 24. Hopefully you can see that. Then we'll just pick a random font. Just go with weddings. Well, actually, yeah, that's just pictures of a wedding. Okay. So let's go with. Weddings. There used to be a font in what was it? Microsoft Word 2000. There was one called Weddings. A couple fonts called Weddings. I think that's gone in this one. Probably still in that. I think I still have that too. That old. They actually changed it. Microsoft Word. So if you noticed, they started charging money for it. There's no free version anymore. Not even a. I think there's just a trial. Before it was they had the basic Microsoft Word was all free. Excel, PowerPoint. They just had Microsoft Word, but now they go with Open Office. You have to pay for it. So why would you want to pay for it if there's free stuff out there to use? So we'll just go with on any of these. Click the pic for a message. We can actually just try to center that. Okay, we can't center that here. Actually, maybe let's go with the handwriting. Cursive. Was there another? Okay. Click the pic for a message. We'll go with Where's the layout? Is that... Forgot text align. Okay, is that it? Text align. There we go. Middle center. So some of that's blanked out, probably because it doesn't have the capabilities to show itself on a high contrast display. So let's just actually just resize it a bit more. So we will click, where was it? Font. Okay, so it's in font. Just remember that. Increase the size. Just a little bit more so you guys can see properly. Font. Go with 48. Okay, that's too big. 36. Click the pick for a message. So that's it. So then now we'll move on to the next part. So we can add a border style to our picture here. So we'll just click the picture box, go with border style, fix single, or we can go 3D. I don't think we'll be able to see the 3D one because we just have black in the back. So we'll just go with fix single so it shows the kind of white line. And then we'll go with so that should be it. Auto size. Let's try size mode. No, I think we're good with our size mode because we have the picture displayed properly here. Actually, you know what? Let's actually go with. Let's change something here. So let's go with size mode. So it's the size mode property. Center image. No. No. Zoom. Alright, so zoom, we get more of the picture there. So we have the mountains there too and the sky. We could just, actually that's fine. So you guys get the idea here. So to the last label we'll go with, this one was label str1, we'll go here with label str2. So I'll click the name property, go with label str2, hit enter. Text will change. Okay, so we have, sorry, I'm just having a look here. We could just have a message here. Let's just leave it like that for a sec. Let's change the font here. Border, we can change the border style of the label as well. We'll just leave it like that. We'll change the text align. So let's change the font first. So we'll click the font. I'll click the font and then we'll click the ellipsis button. Then we'll go with the handwriting again. 36, whatever size we had. Not sure what font we had. Doesn't really matter. Alright, so we'll just go with that. And then we'll have, so the size, no, we want text align. Move that to the middle center. Whoops. Alright, so that should be fine. So then we'll move on here. So what we want to do is when we click the picture, we want to set label str2 So go here. We can go with here, label str2 dot text. No, str2 dot text. Set that to, you click this guy. Hopefully that works. No, label str2. Something wrong with the name here. No. Maybe I didn't save that. Excuse me, so we'll just save that and then we'll click the code here. Label str2, okay, what's happening there? When we click the image, when we click the picture box, you want label str.text to update. So we should have our picture box dot click, or picture box underscore click 1. So we want our label.text to point to a string. Something wrong with that here. I think something's wrong with the name. Okay, so let's, why is that doing that? Can it not have numbers in the name? Should be able to. Label str2.text. Should be fine. Text, no, it should just be empty. Maybe it doesn't like the capitals. Let's go with just label 2. What is wrong here? Doesn't need a capital, does it? No. Apologize, let me just check my notes again. Do we have the right stuff here at the top? System, collections.generic component, data, drawing, links, text, threading.tasks, windows.forms, namespace, Windows Forms app 2, public partial class form 1 inherits from form, public form 1 initialize component, private void, picture box 1. Should be fine. Then so going back for a sec, we have our label that we named. We just named it label 2 now. Then after that, We've done this before, so I'm not sure why this isn't working. Okay, so label.text. Oh, you know what? I know why. Apologize for this. This is label.text points to. Okay, my bad. I'm using a different syntax here. So label.text. There is. I think I've probably done this perhaps in Android Studio or something. But you need an equal sign. So label2.text points to. We're missing the equal sign. You actually don't. You can use these brackets or not. Save that. It should run now. Apologize for the delay. I was like, why isn't that working? Because we already done that before. So okay, so I'll take a picture. I will try to take a video of this dialog box. Our format that popped up. So basically, you'll see the exact same thing that's here. So what's going to happen is I'm going to click the image. First, the dialog pops up. You have to close it, I believe, and then if I click it a second time, the message box down here will output "you click the sky." So again, of course, you could run this as an app, save it to your desktop on a Windows PC, run it. It'll pop up exactly the same. You click the picture, dialog pops up, a little dialog pop-up box pops up. Then you click again, it'll say "you click the sky." So we'll probably just end it there for now. Actually, let's just see. So there's a few other things maybe we should look at. Just seeing how much more we really have. So we have, you can change the visibility of things. There's another example here. We could click two buttons. We may actually do this one just to practice, get some more practice in. So basically, I think we'll actually save it for the next one. So the next tutorial will be using buttons instead of labels just to get some more practice, and we'll play around with that. So thanks for watching. If you guys like the tutorial, you can like and subscribe to the channel if you'd like for more programming and investing tutorials. So thanks for watching, guys. If you guys want to see more tutorials, I'll see you guys in the next one. So hope to see you there. Take care. And also I will try to put the completed app at the end of the video. Thanks for watching.